did you know, well, first of all, there's not but one, I've seen one African-American, Chuck, in this entire group. Why do you think that is?
We were not invited. I came on my own because I heard, and I said, oh, my God, I am being checked like that.
So, Chuck, I think you can kind of get the tenor of this. Once again, I got to tell you, I have only seen one African-American. It's a totally white group, and most people here are saying that CNN is not fair.
We've had quite a growth in these groups going all the way back to the year 2000. That's been largely driven by the group's exploitation of the issue of immigration. They talk, of course, about people with brown skin heading north and so on. But as the DHS report points out, and we did also, there are two new factors playing, and those, of course, are the election of President Obama, a black man in the White House, and just now the worsening economy, which I think is very likely to play a role in the future growth of these groups.
Listening to the voice of the enemy of the United States of America, the voice of Mark Potok of the Southern Poverty Law Center with that whiny, nasally New York communist voice, attacking veterans, those who oppose abortion, those who love our borders, those who oppose the invasion from Mexico, those who oppose homosexual marriage are the enemies of Mark Potok. And that was the man behind the DHS report. He was, of course, featured on the Crescent News Network. You also heard a white blonde reporter of no note saying that at the Tea Parties today she did not see any African Americans in the group. Again, so concerned, just oh so concerned about the color coding of various protests.
Okay, and again, that was Michael Savage from the Michael Savage radio show, and he's right. I mean, they're concerned about race so much. First of all, they don't. I'm sure there were black people. I saw black people at the New York City protest. Okay, and so I guess they're racist too. Okay. Oh no, they would be Uncle Tom now because they're not going. Whenever a black man is a conservative thinker, okay, he is automatically a sellout and an Uncle Tom. Okay, so who is the real racist here? Okay, just take a guess. All right. Now I don't even remember her name, Susan Rogen or something. That's her name, Susan Rogen. She's a clown. She's a buffoon for the left. All right, here's another clip here.
Let's see, drop the taxes, drop socialism. Okay, let's see, you're here with your 2-year-old, and you're already in debt. Why are you here today, sir?
Because I hear a president say that he believed in what Lincoln stood for. Lincoln's primary thing was he believed that people had the right to liberty, and they had the right...
Sir, what does this have to do with taxes? What does this have to do with your taxes? Do you realize that you're eligible for a $400 credit?
Finish my point. Lincoln believed that people had the right to share in the fruits of their own labor and that government should not take it. And we have clearly gotten to that point.
Wait. Did you know that the state of Lincoln gets $50 billion out of these stimulus? That's $50 billion for this state, sir.
Sir, can you stop this, sir? Hold on.
Okay, well, Kira, we'll move on over here. I think you get the general tenor of this. It's anti-government, anti-CNN, since this is highly promoted by the right-wing conservative network, Fox. And since I can't really hear much more, and I think this is not really family viewing, toss it back to you, Kira.
All right, I know Susan Rosen's having a hard time hearing me, but wow, that is a prime example of what we're following across the country there. Susan.
So that's a prime example of what's going on around the country, okay? These people, I'm telling you, they are domestic insurgents in the media. They are stooges for the world socialist movement, okay? This woman was out there. She was out of line, okay? She was obviously a provocateur, and she's an elitist vermin, okay? And CNN I want to know, CNN did not have anyone unbiased available to report for the Tea Party story? You can't have somebody, but meanwhile, if they were burning an American flag, all right, and dancing on the graves of U.S. soldiers, then CNN would have been kissing their ass with the microphone over there, because they love that. They love a good flag burning. They love a good anti-American rally. Okay, this is what they're all about. They hate this country. Okay, they are the extremists. They are the terrorists. Okay, get it straight. They are the extremists. They are the terrorists. Okay? Now, all right, a note to CNN. Okay? This is a little thing here. All right, these people do not want, these people that were at the Tea Party protests, they do not want massive government spending. They do not want to give up their American sovereignty to the UN. They do not want to give up their rights to an oppressive government that's looking to gain more and more control over their kids' future by massive spending that is way beyond our capabilities, so it will imprison the next generation into a socialist state. This is what these morons want. They're Marxists, they're dangerous, they are evil. Okay? Now, this clown, Susan Rogen, whatever her name is, she is supposedly on vacation. Okay, I guess, and CNN also forced YouTube to yank that video off of YouTube. All right, so because they obviously can't handle the backlash from this. All right, but meanwhile, it was a very interesting point that a lawyer was claiming that clip is allowed to be used, and it's not a violation of the copyright laws because it is questioning CNN's coverage of the Tea Party, and therefore, it's a news story, and if you are questioning their coverage, then you are allowed to use that clip. It was very interesting, and as far as I know, it's back up on YouTube. Okay, so basically now a message again to this woman in Susan Rogen, whatever her name is. You are a disloyal American, okay? You are basically interfering and trying to smear the good American patriots that were out there exercising their right to free speech, okay? And you were trying to undermine that and their credibility, okay? And basically the CNN, these people there, look, these reporters, not only CNN, I'm not going to only single them out. You got MSNBC, the New York Times. These people, these reporters are all reading from the same script, okay? They are a spokesmouth for the world socialist movement, okay? They are stooges for the wealthy, liberal Marxist elite. Okay, they want you to think that the wealthy and the rich are with the Republicans, and that's all BS. Okay, because they gave money to Obama because they saw the socialist revolution, this Marxist revolution coming, and they wanted to be on the good side of the dictator, and so they threw all of their money into Obama. Okay, so basically, the progressive movement is a fascist Marxist movement, okay? The media likes to cover this up because they are owned by the socialist elite. And once again, like I said before, they are just reading the script from the whatever's handed to them, okay? They are stooges, okay? And and also if someone mentioned socialism to this CNN reporter the other day, and she's like, socialism? Like, what's that? What do you mean socialism? So, this is a tactic that was used in the Soviet Union, okay? It's deception, they're trying to say you're delusional, and it's all part of their game of deception, and she is a danger to this country. She's a terrorist, okay? She's undermining this country with her microphone, okay? And the media elite will be in for a rude surprise, a rude awakening when this Frankenstein they created, Obama, will swallow them up whole. Just like Stalin and Hitler did, Obama and the Marxist thugs behind him will do the same. and they are covering up the media right now. They're covering up about the George Soros and Obama connection. All right, but people are waking up.